Disclaimer: the views, opinions, and insinuations made by the host or guests do not reflect those of the show, the management, and the network. Viewer discretion is advised.
Broadcasting beyond borders, the message of the truest tribe of coaching entrepreneurs and independent service providers from the Philippines. This is Coach Marife Garfin from For a Day Without Your Health Coach. Now on season 2, here at Think Talk Broadcast, the flagship community project of coaching Think Talk speakers from Life Coach Philippines and members of Coach A coaching community. I'll be back shortly with my guest, Miss Leslie Ann Ruiz, a government employee who decided to really continue to pursue health in spite of and despite of. So we'll be back shortly. Hold on. Welcome to the live streaming of A Day Without Your Health Coach, airing every Wednesday at 2 p.m. And in this show, I want to help individuals who are desiring to jumpstart on their health journey by creating awareness and inspiration from real health journeys of real people in this 21st century. Broadcasting beyond borders of Tacloban City on this 12th day of October 2022, I am Life Coach Marife Garfin from Life Coach Philippines, a professional certified co-actively co-create life coach, also a certified mental health coach, a master builder apprentice to master coaches, master builder apprenticeship program. We build tribe as we help your unstoppable dream come true. That's the reason why I'm the founder, the creator of my nth attempt to parenthood. This is a coaching community that seeks to empower every parent to take a stand in mental health for themselves and their children. A trained public speaker as well are the 6 steps to a six-figure public speaking career training of Master Coach A. By background, I'm a registered nurse with almost 22 years of hospital work experience, but I've transitioned myself to becoming an entrepreneur, and currently I am the owner and the operator of the Healthy Hub Health and Wellness Coaching Center located here in Tacloban City, Leyte, Philippines. So our mission here at Think Talk Broadcast is to get closer to our kindred and serve better our coaching tribe. We envision to be the go-to network that connects the mind, the heart, and the soul through the platform of life coaching. And by serving in this digital space, the change I want to see is a community who are intentional to love themselves through their health. And that's the very reason why palagi po ako nag-iimbita ng guests who are members of the community who can be an inspiration to anyone in the community where they whom they can relate with, so that they can be encouraged to move towards their health journey. So let me call on to our space, our special guest. She's a busy person because she's really working in the government, just like my guest on the previous week. No, she's like the demands is great with so many deadlines, programs, and projects that he needs to oversee. So let me welcome and let us listen to how she's been doing in taking care of herself, especially on health. So let us call on to our space. Let us welcome Leslie and Ruiz.
Hi there, coach. Hi, everyone watching. How are you today? And I hope everybody is doing well in a rainy afternoon here in Tacloban City.
Yeah. So it's a rainy day ngayon. Kanina ang super init, 'di ba, Leslie? Super init kanina tapos bigla na lang umulan.
Yeah,
So,
oo
Leslie,
nga po.
I have yeah, I have introduced you as a tour guide already, no? But let me tell our audience a much background of Bully, Leslie, and Ruiz. Can you describe yourself to us? Siguro yung mga hindi alam, lalo na yung may mga kaibigan ka makikinig, what is with Leslie na hindi alam ng iba na pwede mo i-share sa amin?
Well, recently, a friend of mine wrote a nomination form for me, and he described me in the nickname I have, Les. So most of my friends call me Les. So they don't usually call me Leslie, so they call me Les. So it's LES. So he described me as letter L. So leadership, so he said that I'm really a leader by nature. So even if I do not have the leadership post, by position, I can't help myself but really to stand out, and really speak for what's in my mind and how I see things. And then he also said that I'm also audacious with regards to. By the way, he also said that my in letter L, I'm a level-headed in terms of my judgment. So I don't base my judgment if whether people will get pleased or whatever, as long as it is right and it's the right thing to do, I would say it. No, and so that's how the people usually sees me. And A is audacious, so he sees that I am. I love to empathize with other people's feelings and also to share what I know. And he also said that I'm a type of person who likes to express myself candidly. Most importantly, that's how people sees me as a person. I am not. Um, I am so into sharing things that would improve the system or perhaps the doing of a person to how it will improve. I also love to appreciate people, especially if I see that what they did is helpful in the organization. So that's basically who I am.
Yan. So thank you so much for sharing those, Leslie, sa amin. Also, yeah, you are now in a, sabihin na natin, you may not have the position, but because of that character, no, you're able to really stand out and in your own way lead, no, lead either changes or lead for a program to really be able to achieve what it needed kung ano yung target. But if you look into leadership and even expressing yourself, being in a group is not easy, no? It's not easy because well, not everybody is like us. Not everybody is like you. There will be some may mga tawag doon, may mga how do you call it? Everybody's like everything, no? Especially, kasi sa atin, pag may leadership position ka, they will just actually like embrace you. Alam mo, ligawan na lang natin ito kasi cause naman yan. But when you are not really in the ranks, medyo, medyo you have to really learn to ano, your, the way you speak things. But, in your position, as you said, basically, so how do you manage your expression? How do you manage you being to be who you are now in a space like the space you are in right now and when you're not in rock so that it will not affect you and will not stress you out.
Okay, I would be very honest. During the early years of my professional life, and I think I'm so immature during those times that it's very difficult for me to handle such kind of what you call this one challenges in the organization. But God placed me in an organ. The first job I've had is a private institution, and then the only person who likes me was the hiring manager. All the rest, they are not in favor of me because first I was not the office is a financing institution and my undergrad is not a finance. So they have a bias if whether I'm going to thrive in that kind of organization. But the hiring manager liked me because of, how candid I am when she interviewed me, and basically because of the university I came from. So there's this thing that she told me. She said that, Les, you have to be very grateful in everything that you do and in all experience you have. The most important thing is in the process you are learning and it's making you develop to become a better version of yourself. And you are to be thankful because the first job you landed on is something that would really polish the immaturity in you, particularly in dealing with coworkers who do not have any business but to pull you down and all. Instead of helping you out, they're just talking behind you. And then she also told me that the most important thing is you are compliant to what the organization expects you to do, and also you are do what you're doing is something that will improve the system of the organization and you're not doing anything wrong. And so I just take that into mind when I went into my second job. It was a preparatory for me to lead. The second job I landed on was a leadership position, but I have to leave because the compensation was so small, it cannot feed my son. As a solo parent, I really have to feed my son. And then eventually, the third job I landed on taught me to how to take care of people. I am a subordinate to a supervisor who trusted me so much. And then I saw the kind of leader she is, and I learned a lot from that. That she has to take care of her staff. When I say take care, it's also sharing, being generous, giving gifts. If I am asked to do hard work, she would treat me out or give me something just, to compensate for all the hard work I did. That's what I learned from my third boss. And then now that I am now in the government service, I brought all of those experiences. And by the way, in the process, I learned not to be loyal to the person, but to the position. Kasi if you are loyal to the person, if the person moved, you will have a prejudice to the next leader. But if you are loyal to the position, whoever sits on the chair, whoever is your boss, you will be faithful and loyal to the position, not to the person who is sitting there. And you will respect the kind of boss you will have. I've had two bosses already in the same program I have right now, and I respect them equally. Now, whoever they are and whatever strength they have, that is the secret that I've learned in the experience of more than 10 years of in my professional career. And the most important thing also that I learned in my professional life is to please God rather than men. Kasi in the previous, if I tend to please people, I ended up getting hurt. Kasi I cannot please them all, even with my boss. I cannot also please my boss at all the time. So in the process, I learned that the only person I would always strive hard every day of my life to please is God. God who gave me the talent, gave me the skill, taught me, paved all the way, provided faithfully for all my needs. Because even my company cannot provide for everything, only God. So that's why I made it a point in my life to always dedicate, surrender. Whenever I wake up, I would say, Lord, thank you for making me alive. Make me productive in my work today and make me a blessing to my coworkers and even to my company. So those are the only secret I have how I overcome all of the challenges. By the way, I have been a regional monitoring evaluation officer for almost 9 years now, and three partners have already gone by. I have been staying, and then my partners have been moving. Some are promoted, some have resigned, but I've stayed. And whenever a person resigns, all the job has to be on my hands. And instead of complaining and and instead of entertaining the thought of being burned out, I just have to lift them all up to God. Prayers can really move mountain. And by the way, you can share your burdens to people outside your organization so they can pray for you. No, they can pray for you and fervently intercede for you so that all these loads and miraculously God is just rearranging everything to help me overcome and comply with all the demands of my work at this moment. And by the way, I'm a solo parent also and the only child at home. So imagine the many hats that I'm wearing every day.
Yeah, yeah. So madami no less. So thank you so much for that sharing, no na. There's a lot of sabi mo nga you're wearing many hats. You've been in your work for more 10 years, more than 10 years na siguro, no? And from day one to day, I know that your organization is not an easy, you know, it's this the busiest for me, the busiest organization, no, that like lahat ata ng calamity andyan kayo, and there's so many projects, there's so many programs
Yeah.
that you've been in. And basically, you have encountered, you will be like, no matter how strong you are, one of the things that I like really very true and real is that we encounter stress, no, we encounter
Yeah.
stress in many forms, no. So let me can you share to us siguro top three stresses, no, that you encountered, and how did it manifest, no? How did it
Uh,
manifest?
okay, so the number one stress I have in life is finances. You know, when you have many accountabilities. During the pandemic, I've experienced getting calls from my credit cards and collection officers texting me, calling me. Those were the experience that I couldn't really sleep. Even if I'm tired, I cannot sleep. I've been really thinking about it. And then um, I, I don't have appetite to eat, but when I eat, I really eat. So those were the things that manifested during that. The second is with work when the demands are happening all at the same time. Too little time. I even told my office mate 24 hours a week, for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's not so enough for me to accomplish everything. I have so many things in mind. I wanted to help my colleagues. I wanted to teach them systems, but I couldn't really manage them all. And so what it manifests is I would really be irritated and I would really be um, self-pitying when those things happen. And then the last stress that I had recently was when my son was kicked out from a institution here because of a failing grade. you know he has a scholarship, and that scholarship helps him and even me, in his day-to-day expenses while in school. And that would mean that he it would really be something. And the allowance of my son helped me also in paying for the internet connection at home. And so losing the scholarship would mean an extra finances on my part. And then manifested is I was so outraged that I wrote letters to the schools because of the inconsistencies and the delays, and then there was no interventions made even in the 2-year pandemic. I wanted to fight for my son. But then I realized at the end of the day that if I would do that, I think it would not do good to my son, especially that him knowing that he would leave the institution doesn't matter to him at all. I mean, it did not give him that much disappointment and all. It's as if he expects it, because it's just a part of the personality of my son. So these are the top three challenges I've experienced on top of the day-to-day hectic schedules I've had. And it really manifested on my body that because I couldn't sleep, I get bigger and bigger. Even if I don't have much to eat, my I already had metabolic disorder way before. That's the cause why I have big, and I'm an obese. But there was a time in my life that I chose to really take care of my body, and I lost weight. However, when circumstances comes in again, I went back to the old me, and then I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep well. I let go of drinking my water every day. The one that I used to do before and helped me lose weight, and also in taking care of my diet and or eating healthy food. So it's really something that would really hamper your um, well-being if you entertain stress so much, and you do not know you do not know how to manage it. You don't have any outlet of managing all of your stresses. So that's it, coach. Those are the three things that I have stress, major stresses.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's really, I think a lot of people can relate with that, Leslie, especially during the pandemic. That
Yeah.
you know, like everybody like has to really survive, no, and like especially mentally, no, na you just pick up like many developed habits, no, na yung iba nagplantita, yung iba nagluto, yung iba there's so many things that we have discovered during the pandemic so that we will not lose our sanity, no. So ginawa natin yan so that we can cope up, no, doon sa mga changes na nangyayari. But I'm glad no less that you were really able to identify those stresses, no, that really created an impact to you and even to your physical body. So let me just backtrack now, because you talk about leadership and all. But let me backtrack in relationship to health. No? How have you journeyed so far? Because you said that you have this stresses, no, because from you have undergone several, met a lot of stresses in your life, and you have identified it. You have identified ito yung mga causes. So, can you share with us what have you done so far to, being able to really handle all these stresses in a way na para hindi masyadong mag-impact sa katawan mo. And you said you were diagnosed with metabolic syndrome before, no? So how is it now? How have you been fighting, no? Because alam ko hindi ka naman nag-give up, no? I know that
Mm.
for those, for the information of those who are watching, no, Leslie has worked out, and she has really lose so much weight. I think like di ba, tumitis ka talaga nung
2018, 2018,
uh,
2018,
2018.
29, 17,
During that,
2018.
what was, yeah, how did you manage that, no? And how did you manage that you were able to handle those stresses at last 2018 in comparison to what you have currently now?
Well, in 2017 and 2018, my mind was on it. Like, no, there was a time that, oh no, I was diagnosed with PCOS. I think that was the triggering part there. There was a year, I think that was 2017, that I did not had my menstruation for a year. Oh no, I think I had it every 3 years, like every quarter once only. And then I went to see a doctor, and then she said that I have what you call this, there was a cyst, but I forgot the name now, but it's just an infection.
Polycystic?
But yeah, but more than that, I was diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome. That's the cause of why I couldn't have my menstrual period on a monthly basis. And the underlying cause to that is because my ovary is really so thick with fats, but because of my poor diet, unhealthy diet. But it's also a cause of the sleepless nights I've had because I've been so engrossed with my work. So that's what caused me to really gain so much weight. And then the doctor told me, the OB-GYN told me that she can prescribe me with a pill so that I could have it regularly, but I can also do away with that if I would uh, be on a diet program, like if I would really intentionally lose weight, do something about it. And then I came to meet Coach Marife, and then she introduced me to a diet program, and not just a diet program, but it's really a process, of changing perspective, understanding my body and everything, and really be there was a list of food not to eat, and then the routine that I have to take on, and even encouraging me to participate in the Zumba class and other activities I've had. And I did that because my mind was on it, really, that really I had really have to take care of my body, because it's really, this is my asset. The my body is the only thing that I could rely on for work, for mothering my son, doing all the things that I do on a regular basis. And so I was on it, and I lose weight. And then eventually in the process, it made me feel good. I couldn't really experience my regular allergic rhinitis before. Even my office mate observed that it was the effect of a healthy lifestyle. I could no longer experience my allergic rhinitis, and then I could not really get sick most often. Most of my absences are actually because I'm sick. And it came back again now. I usually get to be sick, and so I came to my senses again recently, and then realized that I really have to focus on myself again, because without me loving myself first, and without me focusing on what I need first, I couldn't be the best in what I do. And plus, my friends and my office mates have been so caring about me, and telling me, and they were so helpful in telling me to really take care of myself, especially that lately. Um, I was confronted again by a medical condition, like my kidneys have sands, and then my gallbladder is swelling again because of fatty liver, non-alcoholic fatty liver. So that's when I have to go back to what I did before successfully, because I know I can do it again now positively. And second is, um, I came to engage in a prayer group. It helped me in the process of fully understanding who I am before God. I have to take care of this body, because this body is not my own. This is just something that I borrowed, and the owner of my body expects me to take care of it. So that's a perspective that have improved when I joined prayer groups, Bible study, improving my spirituality, spiritual life, walking my personal, exercising my personal relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ. So all of these two things really help me in how I'm going to manage my stress, that the stress that caused me my overweight, my being obese right now, to how to eliminate it. So that's what I can just share to our viewers right now. That I did.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, Lesno, for sharing that. And I really agree with you, no, that if we look at yourself as a gift, no, and if you look at your body as a partner in really achieving your dreams, you're gonna take care of it. Kasi hindi ko din ma-imagine yan. Like for you, you're a very busy person, no? And ma-absent ka lang dahil may sakit ka. You compounded yung work mo.
Yeah.
Compounded din yung stress mo. And definitely, being a single mom, there's so many things that you need to really like focus into, like, dahil single mom ka eh. So, plus you're the
Mm.
only child in your own home. You take care of your parents as well. So, madami madami yung titigil, no? Matitigil, no, na ginagawa mo because you're gonna get sick, no? So we are ending the first half of our conversation, and we're going to go. Thank you so much, Les, for the chair. Now we're going to go into a break, but before we go on a break, Les, let me just give you this question, a hanging question, which we're going to answer when we come back, no, as we resume our conversation. So you have known for a fact, mga impact, already your trigger. And I'm pretty sure as a single mom, you would want to, like, not even a single mom, but every mother would want to see our children not experiencing what we're experiencing. So far right now, with all the learnings that you've got, no, how have you been teaching DL, no? Leslie's only son, no? How have you been teaching DL to take care of his health, no? Are there foods that kailangan maiwasan because DL is with ADHD, no? So, ano yung mga ginagawa mo to really, para yung mga learnings mo, maibigay mo din kay DL, no? And as a mom, no? And so that he also will learn from it, no? Kasi sometimes we say that experience is the best teacher, but if we can learn, no, from other people's experiences and not experience it ourselves, that would be good, no? So, yan yung hanging question ko. What have you been doing so far in teaching DL all about stress and all about handling health, no? And paano yung how to take care of the family. So, we will be back in a short while, no? Just hold on as we resume our conversation. Let's just have some hydration before we go to the second part of our A Day Without Your Health Coach. Hold on.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag and drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag and drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.
We are back for the second part of our 24th episode of A Day Without Your Health Coach, brought to you by Decaf Coffee Republic, the coaching hub of Life Coach Philippines, and our home as professional, certified co-actively co-create life coaches. Meet our coaching tribe at Decaf Coffee Republic, located at Pioneer Center compound along Pioneer Road, corner Brixton and United Street, Capitolio, Pasig City. You may come for dine-in or visit us for coaching services from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Saturdays to Thursdays. You may also join the community night event happening daily from 7:30 p.m. onward. So let me invite each and every one of you. No, tonight is Purpose Wednesday, away in a day with Coach Rizal. Then Thursdays is Strengthening Thursday, Coaching for the Soul with Master Coach A. Fab Saturday, this is Open Mic with Coach Orville. Comfy Sunday, Sundays for Life with Coach Sean. And Nurturing Monday, Walk Along with Coach Tin. And if it's all about habits, Groove Tuesday, it's all about habits with Master Coach Jasmine. Our coaching hub is also an event place and venue of choice for face-to-face classes, trainings, and private functions. Connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661 for inquiry and reservation. And if you're one person who desires to experience transformation in the areas of health, wealth, and relationships, then I invite you to join us inside Be Learning Society as one of the mental model collectors with full access pass to the monthly mental model masterclass of Master Coach A that is exclusive for Be Learning Society members only. Be Learning Society is the tent maker of Be Learning Homes for Mental Fitness, and on top of the food and beverage discount we enjoy from Decaf Coffee Republic, mental model collectors also benefit from a 90-minute free coaching session with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines. Think Talk broadcast is powered by Rise Up Creatives Worldwide, the social commerce turnkey solutions provider that helps entrepreneurs and business owners to leverage the power of content marketing to provide value, improve engagement, and increase revenue with the investment of just 5 minutes every single day. Visit www.riseupcreatives.com to learn the benefits of lifetime members like me and discover how you can rise up and be creative in your growing business. Okay, so we're back for the second part of our show, A Day Without Your Health Coach. And we left a hanging question with Miss Leslie, no? So shall we call back Leslie and Ruiz, our guest for today's episode? A Day Without Your Health Coach. Now, she's a very doting mother, and I've met her son, and very creative, no? And I'm pretty sure maraming wisdom si DL na nasasabi, no? But how have you been so far, Leslie, with that hanging question? How have you been teaching DL, no? In terms of taking care of of himself, no? How to go about with stresses, how to handle all of those things.
Well, actually, the challenge with having a son with attention deficit hyperactive disorder is in letting them start a routine or a habit. It takes a lot of patience for a mother to do that, and then creativity, and then, but most importantly, you really have to know what interests your son the most, because in knowing that, you can use that as a reward, or something on the in the negative side, for him to start a new routine. Now,
Mm-hmm.
one of the things also that is with my son is he is so fixated with certain meals like chicken, or he doesn't really eat vegetable. He doesn't eat uh all fruits except banana lang ang kilala niyang prutas. So that's the only fruit that he eats. And but he's not the kind of boy who eats to love junk food so much, nor sweets. He doesn't have the sweet tooth. So what I usually do is, I couldn't really insist on him to eat what we eat at home. But what I'm doing is I supplement it with multivitamins so that there could be um, the needed minerals and vitamins in his body, since I cannot really force him to eat. And also I help him manage his sleep because of the
Mhm.
very energetic. He has a lot of energy in his body. He wouldn't sleep early, so we would always have this we would usually argue to so that he would sleep early. But I had to sit down with him, talk with him, and lay all the expectations, the expectations or the rules we have at the house, and that includes the time he should sleep, what are his household chores, and even what are the food that he has to not to eat. Like for example, he has not to eat chocolates, soda. He has not to eat that most often. And so I told him about it, that these are the food that are not good for you. So you are not to eat that most often. So if but it
Mhm.
becomes a reward. I just allow him to eat that, like Coke. Yes, I will allow him to eat Coke as a sort of reward lang. So that he would see that
Mhm.
as something na hindi on a regular basis. And also, trinitrain ko rin siya in terms of character, how to, commitment. Like, I gave him tasks and we would agree on when to finish it. And then
Mhm.
I gave him little rewards when he accomplishes it. So I'm actually training him right now at the age of 15, how to respect the time of other people. When his discipler would say they have to meet at 2 o'clock, he has to be there at 2 o'clock. And for example, I am teaching him also to do the follow up with his, kasi before when he was younger, I would do that for him, because doesn't have the sense of organization and planning. But now I'm slowly teaching him how to be responsible in what he do, like riding public transport. I bought him a cell phone, not the Android one, because the Android one would really steal away his attention and all. Baka malayo ang marating niya kapag na ano siya, nawili masyado sa Android phone. So binigyan ko siya ng keypad. The only purpose for that is for him to call me when he's already in school and to call me when he's already at home. And so that's what his routine right now. So what I'm saying here is it takes a lot of an intentional programming for a parent really to discipline a son, a child for that matter. That you cannot really excuse that, you cannot really use the word that you're busy, that you cannot really engage into the discipline you intend for your son. And especially, mahalaga din na malaman natin kung ano ang love language ng anak natin. Kasi maybe, we might be working so hard kasi gusto natin maibigay yung lahat sa anak natin, pero hindi naman pala yun yung love language niya. Time pala, o kaya affirmation or like that. So, mahalaga din po yun. Kasi, for example, for me, na-realize ko, there was a time that I am tempted to go abroad. Kasi I wanted to give a
Mhm.
better life for my son. But then I realized that his love language is time. It's not, monetary. I realized that because when I call him on the phone, whenever I'm in travel, I couldn't really talk to him well. I couldn't have a good conversation with him. You'll ask him, how are you? I'm fine. Okay, bye. And then I realized, oh, it will not build up a relationship when I'm very far away from him. So what I did is I have to travel to work near him and spend time with him in conversation and to capture those magic moments. My son, you cannot really call him, "Oy, DL, you sit here and we'll have a talk." You cannot do that. But there will be a time that he would approach you and talk so many things that actually I do not understand some of it. And that's the magic moment. I really have to sit with him and they said, okay. And then what? And oh, okay. And then what are you going to do? It's wherein that it's the perfect time for me to discover what are his perspective and what are his desires in life, how is he seeing life. And that's where I capture that moment and I ask him things that would trigger his mind and build up his creativity. So these are the things that I'm doing right now as a parent to my son, despite my busy schedule. it's really being intentional to my son and really understanding the kind of personality of my son and use those interests to my advantage in developing the habit I wanted to build up in him as a parent. So meron kaming
Yeah.
contracting din ginawa noon. Ito yung gusto kong ma-develop na attitude niya. Ito yung consequence, ito naman yung reward. But when you say you're going to reward that, you give that. Like for example, ako, sabi ko sa kanya, oh, may 4 ka ha, next grading period, kapag naging 3 yung 4 mo, bibilhin ko yan ng 100. So kapag sinabi kong bibilhin ko yan, I would really have to buy that because kinokolekta niya na rin yan sa akin eh. So that's, it's actually fun. It's really, actually, for me, I discovered it. It's really fun understanding your own child or your son and being creative, asking the Lord for wisdom. Lord, make me, what are the creative ways I could really go and penetrate into the life of my son? Actually, he doesn't like me to, he has a YouTube channel. And then I would say, na, can you invite me in your YouTube channel? I want also to see what you are placing in your YouTube. He wouldn't allow me. Pero, here's what he's doing. Whenever he's streaming and recording what he's going to upload in his YouTube, he would call me and he would really show it to me. So, hindi na ako sumasama yung loob ko kahit hindi ako kasama dun sa niya, hindi niya ako pinapag-subscribe sa YouTube channel niya. Kasi at least alam ko naman kung ano yung upload niya in a raw file. Nakikita ko. Kasi binibuild up ko yung friendship namin as mother and son ba na hindi ko ini-insist kasi kung iba pa yung perspective ko sa bakit hindi mo ako sinasali dyan sa YouTube mo? May tinatagong ganyan-ganyan ako, pero I do not do that anymore. I do not do that because that would trigger him to be more secretive to me and all. So, dinadaan ko na lang sa pa-body-body na chikahan namin ni DL ngayon. So, it's actually fun parenting, your child. Kung ma-discover mo talaga yung what tickles the interest of your son or of your child, ganon.
Yeah. Thank you, Leslie, for that beautiful sharing, no. And nowadays, no, for a lot of people are experiencing stress, no, and stress at work. And then if iba din yung perspective mo when you parent, matitrigger ka din sa ma-stress ka din, no. And I thank you for sharing that, no, for allowing parents to hear and understand, no, that there is really fun in parenting, and it's fun to really discover your child, no. Ano yung how God blessed your child with certain gifts, with certain talent, with certain skills, no. And you have showing us a journey how you have become active in the safe space, so it's intentional with your child. So without further ado, Coach Sabina, what can you tell the parents out there when it comes to building relationship with your children?
Okay. Thank you for that question. I'm so excited to share my parenting journey with my son. Actually, there is no absolute manual for parenting, di po ba? Kasi iba-iba po yung binigay sa atin ng mga anak. But yung na-learn ko in my journey is, you will become a better parent if you know how to be a parent. What I'm saying is, you really have to kumbaga, absorb knowledge to yourself, to read books or watch learning platforms like this, talking to other parents as well, learning from their experiences. Tawag dito, yung magbabasa ka rin ng mga literature about how to, raise up children. Even if the examples there does not reflect the kind of child you have, you will learn something. And then ikaw na lang, if you have that desire to be intentional towards your children or your child for that matter, magbi-build up na rin yun ng creativity kasi you cannot do something if you do not know how to do it. Parang wala kang maibibigay kung wala ka nun. So, mahalaga sa akin na as a parent, I could be a better parent to my son if I know how to be better towards myself. Kasi kapag wala akong alam, if I do not know anything, if I am not equipped with the skill that is necessary in becoming a parent, like discipline. Paano ba mag-discipline? Paano ba mag-build up ng habit na gusto kong magawa ng anak ko? Yung pagtatalak ba, yun lang ba ang kaya kong gawin? Meron pa pong iba kasi marami tayong yung mga bata natin ngayon, ito yung na-discover ko, yung pagtatalak, walang power yan, actually. Yung pagtatalak, kasi lulusot yan dito, dito na lalabas. But there are other way of of building a new routine or a new behavior to your children. Rewards and punishment should be given at an equal rate. What I'm saying is na kung magbibigay ka ng punishment, mayroon ding reward na ano yon. Dapat hindi lang punish ka ng punish or reward ka lang din ng reward. It should be in balance. Kasi yun naman ang purpose niya is to develop new behavior or positive behavior for that matter. And then, lastly is, there is no amount of parenting, there is nothing is impossible for a praying parent. I am a product of a praying mother. I have made so many mistakes in my life. And, pero hindi ako sinukuan ng mga magulang ko, particularly my mom, in praying for me. And that is the same, that's what also I'm doing. Mayroon akong parenting journey towards my son that was so difficult, especially when he was small, when I have to leave him with my mom and I have to work at 4 months old. And then when my sister has to be the parent to him, like read and bedtime stories, I couldn't do that. It's my sister doing that. Bringing him to pasyalan or to malls, I couldn't do that because I was working, and my other sisters doing that. It drove my relationship with my son apart. Pero ang ano ko lang is I really have to ask the Lord for wisdom and enablement for me to do what is right, and to catch up for those moments and to be responsible enough na maintindihan kung ano ang need nga ng anak mo, ng anak natin. So, yun nga, yung una is kailangan natin matuto paano maging magulang. And it would mean that personally, magde-decide tayong matuto. Second is yung kailangan natin maging intentional sa ano natin, sa anak natin. And then lastly is we really have to build up our prayer life in bringing up our child. Kasi apart from God, wala naman tayong magagawa eh. So lahat naman ito is, it's um, according to the will of God. So, ito yung mga 3 things na pwede kong ma-share sa mga kapwa ko magulang, lalong-lalo na for those who are solo parents. Siyempre, iba ang dynamics kapag more than one ang anak mo. Pag marami kang anak, kaysa sa akin na isa lang, iba ang dynamics nun. Pero naniniwala ako na binibigyan tayo, we are given the number of children that makakayanin nating palakihin. I mean, with God's grace and everything, di ba? So, yun po yun. Yun po yung may share ko doon sa mga kapwa ko magulang in building up relationship with our children.
Okay. Okay, so sorry yung ating net ay talagang sumasayaw sa tacloban. But thank you so much, Leslie, for the wonderful sharing, no? From what I've gotten, no, it's important talaga yung may awareness ka. Because from awareness, no, you can be intentional. Because you cannot do anything kung wala ka naman talagang alam. And if as a parent, no, may ibsan din yung stress mo, may ibsan din yung fear mo, yung anxiety mo, yung worry that will
Yeah.
impact your health pag may learning ka talaga and if you're aware no kung ano yung pwede mong gawin and as I've said it's a journey. We cannot compare our child your child you cannot compare your child to anyone because your child is
Yes.
unique. So you got to discover your child, no, unbox your child so that you will know how to really teach, no, and nurture them towards their God-given design. So maraming
Yes.
salamat, Les. No, you have shared a lot, and that's a beautiful sharing that I believe every parents needs to know, especially parents who have struggling right now with their kids. And I know you have been working, you're doing a lot of things, you've been thinking about the deal, and there's so many stress, there's so many going on. But let's answer this, no, because you are at the end of the day, you're a solo parent. You do everything. You're in there. You're the partner of DL, no? But what have you been doing so far to truly take care of yourself? Ano yung mga ways na ginagawa mo para, take care of your sarili mo because you cannot. There's so many things still that you needed to do, not just from the job, but most, to be there to see DL really grow up. So ano na yung mga ginagawa mo sa sarili mo to keep yourself healthy, to keep yourself sane? So yon.
Okay, so there are, like, for example, I enrolled in a master's degree program before, but when DL passed the entrance exam to the prestigious science school here, I have to set it aside. But it did not stop me from learning. I grabbed every opportunity of a free webinar, of reading materials that is shared to me, the invitation of Coach Marife. If I am available, I would join it, especially if it's for free. Because, that's the way I feed myself. People who knows me no no people who knows me well sees that I love to teach. I love to share my thoughts, the things that I learn, and if I keep on doing that, para akong mauubos. So I have to replenish it with something new. That is, so I grab every opportunity of free webinars, lalo na ang pandemic, hindi siya naging depressive sa akin. Kasi, in fairness, many free webinars were opened, and I really took advantage of that so that I would really learn a lot. And then second is, I really made it a commitment that when I go home, I will no longer work. I would play Scrabble in my cell phone so that my English, my spelling would improve. And I also told myself that um, I have to pamper myself with once in a while. I have to watch movies, also learn from these movies, and then also it's really to spend time. But I also realized that I really have to improve in my prayer life. The meditating from God's word, and having that time with the Lord, and crying everything out to him. It makes me feel better, na parang gumagaan. May mga pagkakataon kasi that you want to have people around you to talk to, pero wala sila. They are not there. Pero si God, nandyan lang naman siya anytime, 24/7. I just have to sit down, go to a place where I can really talk to Him on a personal note. So, yan yung mga bagay na ginagawa ko ngayon para maibsan ang stress. And I could really be good to myself and feel better, because I wanted to do more, to bless other pa, with what I have, with the talents and gifts that the Lord has given me, and also as a parent to my son, I have to be the best mom to him. I'm the only mom he can have. So I have to do good with myself. Kasi wala siyang ibang mom, ako na lang eh. So ako lang talaga ang mom niya. So I have to be the best so that I could see the best version of my son. Naniniwala kasi ako is, our son is a reflection on the kind of parenting we have been to him or to her. So kung gusto nating makakita ng mga magagaling, mabubuti na mga bata, maging mabagaling at mabubuti din tayo mga magulang. So, yun po yung mai-share ko sa inyo.
Thank you so much, Leslie, for that wonderful sharing. Currently, no, you have really like put yourself now in a space really of even taking care of your physical health. No, so you're now on a journey again, no, of taking care of your physical body. So far, ano na yung mga dineclare mo ngayon for yourself, no, in terms of your health, physical health? Ano na yung mga changes na ginawa mo that has given you the result that we're celebrating no yung last week na result that you had no. So
Yeah.
ano na yung how did you like ano yung ginawa mo sa sarili mo now? Anong improvement yung ginawa mo to really be able to get those pounds off?
Okay, so the first week I've had, well, na-excite ako dun sa 12 weeks of Fit Mass, na challenge ako. And then, ang ginawa ko is, I let loose of eating rice. Because yung rice kasi sa akin, para siyang addictive siya. Hindi ako pwede ng half rice lang, ganon. Kasi yung half rice ko niyan, lalaki na sa one rice. Kasi siya, it makes my eating so fulfilling na hanggat hindi sumasakit ang tiyan ko, parang gano'n. So, I let go of that. Because I did it naman before nung nag-lose weight ako. Yun ang ginawa ko. The second is, I really made sure na 4 liters a day yung iniinom ko. Like, kailangan i-measure ko every day na inaano ko siya. 4 liters a day din. Then second is, as much as possible, protein, yung fish and chicken lang. Hindi na masyado ng mga pork. And then, at tinitake ko na on a regular basis yung mga supplements ko. Kasi dati, hindi ko talaga yung tinitake yung mga vitamins, hindi ko yung tinitake dati. And then sleep. Kailangan ko matulog ng at least 6 hours a day. And then happy perspective lang din. Yung yung ginagawa ko for now. So, tapos may physical na rin pala ako, stretching konti-konti. Kasi hindi pwedeng hindi pwedeng, cardio agad, sumasakit yung tuhod. Ayun, nag-stretching, ganyan. So, yun. Walking. Improve the walking exercise as well. Ganun po.
Oh, thank you, Thank you, Liz. So that's really part of being intentional, taking care of yourself. Because, as you said, you have a son, you're the only mother that you got, no? So you have to really take care of yourself. So thank you so much for that beautiful sharing. Thank you, Leslie, for your time. And then, as I end, the show, just please wait for me at the back, no? I'll meet you at the back, at the conversation. So maraming salamat to all who support our this our where you are joining us live or watching on leave a comment, share your thoughts and insights. Please don't take us as a threat. Help us to serve more people by circulating the link of this video. As I close, I'd like to speak to all the parents, no? To all the parents in the house who are unsung heroes, no? Unsung heroes sila. Lalo na yung mga working parents just like that. They're yung mga heroes of the ball, of course. There is a lot more competition in the working world than there used to be 10 years ago. And there seems to be, a never-ending from the never need from the crowd that is tirelessly pursuing success. But with the reality of the great resignation comes the great opportunity for every workers to start building wealth and becoming their own version of CEOs, even while still being employed full time. So let me invite you, no, to embark on a journey of becoming a professional certified co-actively co-create life coach. This is a CACC certification program, no, um, We invite you to embark on this journey of becoming a coaching entrepreneur like us. Connect at 0917-586-1661 and map your success as a certified co-actively co-create life coach. And the CACC certification program is an international CPD accredited course with 40 credit units. CACC course includes a 21-day web-based learning with a lifetime access, 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach, and a 3-day live virtual business bootcamp with senior coaching team. The program package also comes with done for you coaching programs and many other bonuses that coaching professionals to jumpstart um, in the second fastest growing industry in the world today. So life coaching is truly a 21st century learning experience that is empowering professionals to enhance their skills in multiple domains, thereby increasing their relevance in an increasingly complex workplace and dynamic business environment. So you may now call Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661 to join the live coaching boot camp this coming October 15, 22, and 29 for online learners. And let me invite you also to watch the other shows posted here at Think Talk Broadcast. Please follow, subscribe, and engage in our social media account at Think Talk underscore TV on Twitter and Instagram, and Think Talk Broadcast on YouTube, and give us your review. For partnership and collaboration, please connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661. So see you to everyone. Maraming salamat. See you in the next episode for A Day Without Your Health Coach, October 19, live here at Think Talk Broadcast. Your one coaching thought is health is a process, health is a journey, but we need to continue to fight for what we need to do. And as we journey, we continue to stand up for ourselves. Continue the journey, continue the process, fight for yourself. Remember to love yourself intentionally because in safety there is health. So this is us in the Philippines, coaches like us, think and talk like this. This is Life Coach Marife Garfin, broadcasting beyond borders to advance life coaching worldwide. Love, bam, boom, love, bam, boom, love, bam, boom. God bless everyone. Thank you so much for hopping in.